For those who plan their vacations around spas or theme parks, it might bring a queasy shock to realize that an alarming number of Americans plan their vacations around the flesh of children. Every day, young girls are bought and sold in developing countries where the grim economics provide a cheap and vast selection for the average sex tourist. And after a 6-month investigation, we found that Americans are not only buying, some are also selling. But little do they know, the authorities are also watching, even over there. And tonight, Nightline producer Alex Waterfield and ABC's Alex Marquardt take us to the Philippines and take us inside the raid.
Tonight, in a far-flung part of the Philippines, Arthur Benjamin is in a good mood.
All the 30 girls running around, I'm good.
Laughing, drinking, ogling the girls dancing on stage at this bar, which he says he owns.
This is your life.
In a nutshell, pretty much.
Benjamin is a 49-year-old American suspected of having sex with underage girls and selling them for sex out of this bar called Crowbar. But as he drinks, Benjamin has no idea that at that very moment,
The first target is going to be in the Crowbar.
Filipino and American authorities are just a few miles away,
See you out there. Good luck.
plotting a raid that will bring his world crashing down.
Okay, we're ready.
This is the story of Arthur Benjamin. We traveled to Subic Bay, a beautiful part of the western Philippines where Benjamin has been living for 25 years. But our journey went deeper, past Benjamin, into the dark and disturbing world of underage prostitution, discovering how all too easy it is to buy sex with underage girls.
How old are you?
14.
You're 14.
The Philippines has quietly emerged as a top destination for Americans, not just looking to have sex,
There's 16-year-olds in there, I guarantee it.
but to sell sex as well.
But I have about 300 girls working for me, and they go all night for $30.
A lot of the Americans want to come here because they perceive it's easier to operate here than in the United States, and we're happy to remind them that they are sadly mistaken.
Eric McLaughlin is a special agent with the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, investigating Americans who may be committing crimes here in the Philippines. For the Benjamin case, he recently teamed up with a local nonprofit organization called PREDA,
We have our undercover team.
which has been gathering evidence against Benjamin for months.
It's my job as a U.S. law enforcement investigator to determine if those allegations are accurate, and if they are accurate, we will pursue them to the ends of the earth to make sure they're held accountable.
We want to meet Benjamin and see for ourselves what's going on inside that bar.
Red light recording.
So producer Alex Waterfield and I put on these tiny hidden cameras that look like shirt buttons. We hop on a local jeepney to head down to a rundown part of town to Benjamin's bar. We don't know what to expect.
Hello, sir.
Around a dozen young women are milling around, including this one.
What's your name?
Princess.
Princess is one of the most popular girls in the bar. She's just 16 years old.
Do you like to take them out? If you want.
And it's not long before Princess and another girl are offered to us.
How much to take a girl out?
1.5 each.
1,500 pesos, just under $40.
I'm a mama son.
Mama Lucy is what's called a mama-san. She manages the girls. We decline her offer, but she calls Benjamin to come meet us.
Alex.
Alex Hart.
Good to meet you.
Let's sit over at the bar and we can look for
Within minutes, the 6'6" Texan tells us about his sex life and his business.
My wife recently found out that I have this place.
A former waitress had written to his wife in California on Facebook, which leads to this shocking and frank statement.
She sent her this thing saying that I've got underage girls that stay here with me. I in the I own a bar. I've got other girls that I'm putting through high school and all this other crap. All of which is true. However, I have to deny.
Oblivious to our hidden cameras, Benjamin tells us he has a 16-year-old girlfriend who lives in a house out back.
Now we call her my chocolate. She's a little tiny, very dark-skinned girl. She needed a place to stay. I needed a place to do her. I bought a bar for her. There you go.
And after texting her to come over, she walks in. She's so young, we're blurring her face to protect her identity.
Her actual name is Jade. Are you going to find anything like this in the state? As a guy my age, nothing can happen. You said anything I want, anytime I want. I know, I'm going to hell, I know.
Benjamin's declaration was so stunning, the following morning we felt we had to alert Special Agent Eric McLaughlin. But he says building a case against Benjamin requires more evidence.
So this guy saying on tape, "I've had sex with underage girls repeatedly," that's not enough to arrest him?
No, it's a very strong indication, but we have to, as investigators, we have to prove these actual acts occurred. And me just saying that, that's not enough.
The key might be this 18-year-old girl named Marisol. Until December, she worked at Benjamin's bar. Today, Marisol has come to the Prada Center, the nonprofit that began tracking Benjamin and identifies in photos 4 girls who work there, who she says are underage, including the one we met, Princess.
Why did you decide to tell your story? What did you want to happen?
I felt hopeless working in the bar, she says, and that my friends, especially the minors, feel the same way. I wanted to tell my story and to save them. Benjamin isn't the only American capitalizing on the demand. Many in this long string of bars in Subic Bay are owned or managed by Americans. Many of them are military veterans.
We got like 8 bars, all foreign-owned, military, Marines, Army. It's really well organized. People just don't understand the magnitude of what we got going on here.
Subic Bay was home to a U.S. naval base for almost 50 years, providing a boon to the prostitution industry.
Here's $30. It's gonna like feed their whole family for a week. You know? Enjoy it, man. Don't get too wrapped up in your head about it.
To see how easy it is for Americans to find underage girls, we visited the neighboring town of Angeles, 45 minutes from Subic Bay and Art Benjamin's bar. It takes less than half an hour before we're approached by this woman, who offers us not just young girls, but virgins.
How many different girls do you have?
214 and 216 and 115.
And for each one, it's $30,000 or $750. We will talk about it, and maybe we'll come back and see you, okay?
Later that night, we meet the woman and the girls near a busy intersection.
How old are you?
15.
You're 15. And you?
14.
You're 14. You're in school. What grade are you in? Second, so 8th grade. You look very nervous.
No.
Don't be scared. It's okay. This is your aunt.
Yeah, auntie.
This is your auntie.
Yeah.
She loves you?
Yeah, very much.
Then why is she asking you to do this?
Because she know we need money. That's why. Instead of they just give to the Filipino men who don't have job, lazy. It's good that they just tell they're terror, right?
Well, that was incredibly disturbing. They were both obviously so young, and it was so easy for us to find them. We said no thank you and walked away. When we come back,
Crowbar, that's it. That's it. We've got to be fluid and fast. Get out, go.
authorities decide to make the final move on Arthur Benjamin.
I want to see your hands. Sit down.
But will they have enough evidence to arrest him?